This is day 58 of trying the Arena God A to Z challenge. Today, I'm playing Karthus. He's the type of champion that you know will either dominate or not, as there's really no outplaying on Karthus. Either you have a way to deal with him or you don't. In Arena, the most ideal way of playing him is ulting instantly at the start of combat. Sometimes you have to back up a little before ulting, which is okay. Then you take an entire plant, getting your ult back, as your ult has a reduced cooldown in Arena. If you're able to pull this off, then most likely you just win. But there are some exceptions with this whole process. First, some matchups and maps you aren't going to be able to ult instantly, as some champs are able to close the gap between you and cancel your ult. Second, doing this in the Pyke cameo is a nightmare, as you have to wait for Pyke to make his move so he doesn't cancel your ult, making you lose tempo. Lastly, if you're playing against tanks or people with a spell shield, it counters the strat as either they don't get chunked or they don't take damage at all. So with this in mind, maybe you can see why he's a very flippy champion. Some things that I learned when playing him is that the win condition with his passive is the same with Scion. What this means is that you can't win in your passive as the last one alive, even if you kill both the enemies before your passive ends. The other thing I learned was that his ult is actually bugged in his passive. If you ult in your passive, you receive the SR cooldown instead of the modified shorter arena cooldown, so try not to ult in your passive. An augment that I like is Infernal Conduit, and pairing it up with Leandry's and Blackfire Torch. Its killing time is also a good augment, as it will add a lot of extra damage. Some augments that I didn't try but I think would go hard are Ultimate Revolution and Jeweled Gauntlet. Those augments could probably make some crazy clips. Moving on to items, it was always Leandry's into Death Cap, with Best Prismatic being Detonation Orb, with Night Harvester being the second best. In total, it took 7 games. I'm giving Karthus a 6.5. I want to give him higher, but I feel like it's too much of a gamble playing him, as it feels like winning depends more on what the enemies are doing rather than what I'm doing. Like, yes, I can ult for over 1,000 damage, but if the enemies buy an item with a spell shield or Zonia's or ability that makes them go invulnerable, then my champ is useless. That's why I think he's very flippy. He's like a skill check to the opponents, or I guess a brain check to see if they know how to buy items. Like and follow for more. Check in tomorrow for Cassidid. Should just go AFK. Bruh. There ain't no way.